really dramatic moment in the CD. And it's like that obtrusive trumpet in Godfather. I'm going to start asking you questions. Yes, ma'am.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day, could you please do a bad pickup line in Romano's voice?
Hey, baby, okay, I'm not doing it. That's a bad pickup line. Oh, no, hey, darling, how much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. My name is Romano. Bad one. And you say Romano line, I saw like 5. Yes, sir.
I have 2 questions.
Please.
First question.
Could you please
do a favorite line of yours as Reiner from Legendary Heroes? And second question, did you have any funny moments while behind the booth?
For Reiner?
For anything.
Oh, yeah, for in general, I mean, the funniest stuff was more directing because I got to mess with actors. And do not do clown stuff to Michael Tatum. Like, that's real. I thought it was just like, that giant man thinks clowns are scary. So he did this line. He was doing a line and he looks at me because he likes to, like, I'm Sebastian and I'm brilliant. Everything that I say is gold. And then, like, look at me from the booth, and I go, yeah, and then I clicked the button to bring a horrifying clown thing up onto his screen. Yeah, that dude, no, that was bad. So he's like, yeah. He sort of goes, mother! And I would continue to curse, but you're here, and you're here, and you're here. And so he screams, he bangs open the door, and just bolts off. And it was one of those moments where you go, oh my God, that guy's serious. I am so sorry. I thought you were joking. I will never do that again. And since then, I've just never messed with him on that. I love Michael Tatum, and that's why, please, don't mess with him with clowns. It's real. Please, I'm asking you not to. Like, now that I've announced it, like, that he has actually I think it's called chlorophyll? Sure, something like that.
So, does this house really...
Oh, I didn't finish the second question. Hold on. Favorite Reiner line was actually when everybody's like they're going on a fighting trip. It's right before the Red Knights come and slaughter his whole camp, and they're like, "Hey, Reiner, come on, dude, get some water." And he goes, "Oh, my stomach is hurting." I loved that because it didn't fit the flap completely, so I had to, oh, my stomach, it hurts. And I showed that to I showed that scene that my mom has seen the first episode or whatever. I showed her that scene and she was like, too lazy to go get the water, and I'm like, I'm playing me. Next question. Yes, sir.
So does Tatum's house really reek of pretentiousness and talent?
I said that in a That Anime Show thing. No, Tatum's house smells of awesome and really awesome. Like, that dude has the coolest Doctor Who collection up on his wall, and his boyfriend Joshua is the shit, isn't it? 17-year-olds, Tuyasasopo! Does anyone know that reference, by the way, Tuyasasopo? There's this guy, Mante Teo, who's a football player who apparently got catfished. This guy named Tuyasasopo went online and pretended to be his girlfriend and then died. He's a prankster named Tuyasasopo. And that's the coolest name ever. Except for Laser Wolf, which is apparently a Jewish name in Fiddler on the Roof. Has anyone seen Fiddler? Yeah. There's a guy named Laser Wolf. A dude named Laser Wolf. I gotta name him. I want to get like a little puppy or a pig and name it Laser Wolf. Laser Wolf! No, my first dog's gonna be named Chuck, just so I can chuck at it. I chuck at dogs and they look at me funny. It's fun. Next question. You heard my question asked, bro. I like it.
Some of your favorite bombs that have been done on you and you've done to other people. As an actor, not director.
Chris Bevins is notorious for getting bombs laid on him. I get bombs on me all the time. The key to bombs, I can't remember is the thing because of the lovely people here who were kind enough to come even though they're not 18. I can't repeat them because they're all curse words. Like I wish the bombs were like, because we're best friends, and I go, oh, you, or something like that, but they're all just like, well, why don't you me and I can, and it's always really dirty, and it always comes from someone like Jeremy or Brittany Karbowski, and you're just like, you got me. Lucy Christian, you cannot get. I will tell you that right now. I had a lot of people try to leave bombs for Lucy Christian during Black Butler 2, and she will breeze through it. She will be in the scene crying. I never wanted. I want you to touch me. I never wanted it. She can just breeze through it, and then she'll look out and go, that was funny. So good. She's so good. Next question. Come on. I'm going to start making y'all ask me questions.
So is TV Guide still a legitimate publication?
TV Guide? TV Guide. Is it? Does anybody know if TV Guide still comes out? Does it? Does it? And then yes. I made a TV Guide reference. Dude, that anime show, they put me in a room and they go, here, listen to this and be Victor. And I went, okay. And Terry works with me and we workshop a lot of it and everything like that. And Terry's a fantastic director, which is why it turned out as good as it did. But who's texting me now? Oh, voice actors. I'm just looking at voice actors. It's just like, I'm sorry. I am the guy who, by the way, got to direct Chris Sabat and freaked out and went into another booth and went, I just directed Vegeta! And they went, don't you tell him that. Don't you let him know you're excited. If you let him know you're excited, he will take you down. And Chris, if you ever see this, I know. I really like Chris Sabat, but you can't tell him, you're a fan, or okay, everybody, if you meet Chris Sabat, just be like, oh, you did Vegeta? Whatever. You can say this if you want. He will like you more. Yeah. Chris, hi. Yeah. Yes.
Did you freak out at the over 9,000 line when he did it?
No. No. I mean, who cares about Dragon Ball, right? It's just one of the greatest animes ever. Who's here is a Dragon Ball Z fan? How can you not be? Dude, I got to do a power-up. That's one of the coolest things about Toriko is as a fan, I was like, I get to do power-ups, and they're like, yeah, you do. And it's horrible and wrecked my voice, because going awful for your voice. But really, who here wouldn't want to do a power-up, right? I went to, you gotta understand, I've been going to cons since I was a kid. I'm this that got to do this. So if you hear me talk about I got to do a power-up, I hope you understand. Yeah, and I got to be in the Dragon Ball Z game. It's like a, I love this album. Getsuke Alberto. Gentlemen, do you ever want to seem classy in front of your ladies? Yeah, Stan gets Alberto. Brilliant. But I got to do this Dragon Ball Z game, and they had customizable characters. So not only did you have your own dialogue and your own, yes, I will destroy you, or whatever, I had to do, because you can do the attacks of everybody else, I got to do Kamehameha. Do it! Kamehameha! I got to do that for Vegeta and Piccolo, and I got to do Destructo Disc and Special Beam Cannon. I got to do Special Beam Cannon for Piccolo, and please don't show this to Chris. He's gonna rip on me so bad. Oh God. I love Sabat. Sabat is genuinely now one of my friends, but he's gonna make fun of me. He's gonna make so much fun of me. Is he? Dude, that dude is awesome. He's every bit as awesome as you think, and he's a really good guy, and he's a great father, and but he's a prankster, and he will make fun of you. He has broken into my room. Let me tell you a little Chris Sabat story real quick. Again, I earlier, by the way, I put some root beer in this bottle.
agree that you're not doing it right.
Yeah, okay, so I'm at MatsuryCon, and Sabbath and Rena Valencia break into my room, and I walk in, and I had an ironing board out, because if I'm going to wear something like this, I'm going to iron it, and I had that out, and I knew that when I walked in the door, generally I would go, oh, I got to get around my ironing board. That's how it was that weekend. That was just kind of where I put it. And I walked in, and an ironing board wasn't there. Kind of looked around, and there was a half-drank coffee cup and a notepad with, like, see Ginny at 3. And I looked in the bathroom, and there were Q-tips and stuff that's not mine. And I walked into the main room, and there was, like, women's clothes and a women's suitcase and like a little notepad that said, go to the farmer's market, and like, there was a book on the bed, half read, with like, that was obviously like bent and red and everything. It was Puppy Love in Thunder Canyon. I still have that book. It's Puppy Love in Thunder Canyon. But, okay, and they leave this, and they leave a bunch of stuff, and like, I'm like, I've had a couple beers. I got into somebody's room. This is my Sabbath. I then played a prank on them that I'm not going to go into, but, yeah, they do that kind of stuff. Brina broke into Tatum's house at one point and left ice cream and beer, and the cops were like, so this guy didn't steal anything? They gave you beer and ice cream? I'll get right on it. Yeah, this horrible crime that you went potty to. Yeah, it's real. Like they do stuff like that. Police here. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there because if any videos come out, I'm not poking that line. I've gotten some people back, but if I admit to it, then I will be poking a lion. I can't do that. I can't. It's scary, man. They can get in your room. Imagine if Vegeta got in your room and decided to mess with you. You've dealt with this. And at the same time, you're like, Vegeta broke into my room. Vegeta broke into my room. I'm a very private person. I don't want people breaking into my room. Anyway, next question.